What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here. Now, there's something I've been wanting to talk about for a couple of days now, maybe even a week, in regards to games and how they're sold nowadays. Now, for a few years, quite a few years now, there have been what have been known as limited editions or collector's editions of games that will be a slightly bit like higher price, sometimes a much greater price, for a better version of a video game. So let's just say that a major release coming out has a collector's edition. Usually what a collector's edition will include is something like a statue or something with cool collectible value, hence collector's edition. And it'll usually come with other things too, like things from the game itself, like maybe notebooks about the character from the character's journal, a character's journal, or lithographs, things like that that people like myself. I'm a bit of a collector myself when it comes to a large variety of things, and that includes like statues, games, die-cast car models. I'm a collector of all sorts. So whenever a video game that comes out and it's something I like and I'm looking forward to, usually I will get the collector's edition version. Now the question I ask is this: would you guys say that collector's editions are getting ridiculous and a little pointless? I'm kind of pissed off about it. I mean, it's so frustrating. To want to go in and get a collector's edition, and you find one of two things. Number one, the price is ridiculous on some of these collector's editions. Back in the day, when you wanted a collector's edition and it was a major retail game, and it came with a big statue, like I'm talking like one of these bad boys, it's huge, it fills up most of your bookshelf or whatever shelf it may be on. That bad boy was anywhere from $120 to $150, depending on the exclusivity, as well as the size, as well as the game's anticipation. How popular it may be. But nowadays, collector's editions are not only more expensive, dramatically more expensive at that, but they're also in very limited quantities. And before, you could go in and pre-order a game, and that would guarantee, you pre-order your game, you pre-order the collector's edition, and it would guarantee your spot. It would save you a spot, in a matter of speaking, for getting that game or getting that version of the game. Nowadays, though, it's impossible. It's getting really, really ridiculous. Let me just explain myself first, okay? What am I referring to? I've tried to pre-order certain games. Now, lately, so far in 2015, I've been playing a lot of games that are on the PC. So it's just easier to just download them, preload them, have them ready to go. That way, when they're on launch, I can instantly play them right then and there without having to go down to the game store to pick them up. The downside with PC gaming digitally is that there's no real chance of getting a collector's edition. You know what I mean? You'd have to go down to the store and get it. And even if you do go down to the store, chances are they don't have a PC collector's edition, which is really stupid. They should still sell a PC copy, whether it be in a game box or not. I still have a few games myself that are hard copy on PC that are relatively new games, such as like SimCity, for example, that's the first game I look at. So I don't understand why collector's editions can't be more for PC as well, because it seems like PC games, while they sometimes get released a little bit later than console games, they are the same value. If not, they're better quality. So why not give them a physical copy of a collector's edition as well? Just collector's edition. That way you can still get your digital copy online. But like I was saying, I will sacrifice a PC version of the game and get a console version of the game if it means a really cool collector's edition that I really want. Now let me just bring up a couple examples. Now, coming out in about a week's time, little under a week's time, is the collector's edition for Mortal Kombat X, which includes a figurine of Scorpion. Sorry, it's not Scorpio. Is it Scorpion or Scorpio? I think it's Scorpion. Scorpion. Sorry, I'm mixing up series here. And it's made by a company that actually does legitimate, really beautiful collector's figurines and statues. Forgive me, the name is slipping my memory right now. Now, I had forgotten, since I've been playing a lot of PC games lately, I tend to forget that I have to actually go pre-order games nowadays. I keep forgetting that I can't just go digitally purchase a game and move on from there. So lately, I've been kind of messing and be like, oh, right, I got to go pre-order this console game. And the reason I wanted to pre-order Mortal Kombat X on a console, just because I think it'd be a little easier for me to do a console control than on the PC, because I don't have the gamepad collaborated. I know I can just take my Xbox 360 controller, etc., but there's just things, I have my reasons, you know? Plus, I wanted the collector's edition. Now, this one I called in, or I'm sorry, I went down to my local EB Games, and I said, hey, I'd like to pre-order this game. I'd like to pre-order Mortal Kombat X on the PlayStation 4 collector's edition, please. And I wasn't totally surprised, but they told me, sorry, we're not accepting them anymore. Because if you wait too long, obviously you snooze, you lose. You know, you take too long, all the pre-orders for collector's editions are going to be gone. Now, that's fine. I got that game. I really did. You could still purchase them online. I know a lot of people are going to say, Dan, you could still get your collector's edition online. Not all the consoles you want. It seems the PlayStation 4 ones sell out a lot faster than Xbox One. Regardless, you can still get your collector's edition if you really, really wanted to. Problem is, when you order things online, they can't ship it to you early to meet the release date. They ship it to you when it comes out. So when it comes out, you could have been playing the game already, and it's just on its way now, and it doesn't get to you for like 2-3 days. You know what I mean? So it makes it moot. So at that point, I don't really feel like it's necessary to do a collector's edition. I might as well just get the standard edition. You see what I mean? And not only that, I don't want to have to buy 2 copies because it's my job to post content for you guys in a prompt and timely manner. I can't be waiting days and people are going to lose interest and be like, oh, I'm just going to go to someone else. I don't want to wait for Dan because who knows when he's going to get this game. So you see what I'm saying? It becomes a problem. Now, another thing because of that, figurines like what you would get for Mortal Kombat X. It's a beautiful looking figurine. It's a beautiful statue. Don't get me wrong. But it's up there. I think it's $160, $170 Canadian dollars. Let me just point that out. Might be a little cheaper in the US denomination, but that's what it is where I live. And the thing is, something of that caliber still would be $150, $140, something like that Canadian dollars. It's getting pricier and pricier. And another comment I'd like to make, in regards to this. On the same day, I went to pre-order Mortal Kombat X, which, by the way, wasn't recently. It was about a month ago. So I understand being a month ago when the game's about a month from release. I get it. Usually you have to pre-order a few months in advance if you really want the collector's edition and it's a popular game like this one is, and that's totally fine. Problem being, I also went to pre-order Metal Gear Solid 5. Keep in mind, Metal Gear Solid 5 doesn't come out until September 1st. And that was a month ago. So a month ago was March. April, May, June, July, August, September. That's 6 months, half a year before the game even comes out. Sorry, we're not taking collector's editions pre-orders anymore. Why the hell not? Oh, well, we only take a certain amount. Like, okay. If you know a game's going to be popular, like Metal Gear Solid 5, why would you make a very, very limited amount of collector's editions? You could make more money. You have 6 months to make all these collector's editions. Like, it's not like they're already making the collector's editions yet. And if they are, they're not going to come out forever. So why not take a larger number? Because they know Metal Gear Solid's is going to get overwhelming amounts of copies. You know what I mean? There's going to be so many people that are going to play the game. So why would you not make a bunch? You know, a bunch of copies. Not only that, but that game is also $170, I think. Or for the collector's edition. And yeah, you get a figurine and everything, but it's not worth that much money to me. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Like, and the thing is, they charge so much money for collector's editions. And yet when you actually want it and you're willing to give them the money, they only make a certain amount. Even though they know the game is hyped as hell. Even if the game ends up sucking, which I doubt it will, you're still going to sell a buttload of copies. And you know this. So why is it harder and harder and harder to get a collector's edition? And why are those hard to get collector's editions so damn much? Maybe I just answered my own question right there. They're rare. They're more rare now, so they could charge more money. I get it. It's about making money, but you could make a buttload more money by making more. Now let me go to the other end of the spectrum. Limited editions. Now sometimes collector's editions are called limited editions, and that's fine. Like I have a ton of figurines from in my bookshelf here that are considered limited editions. They came with a limited edition version of the game. Whatever, that's fine. The same thing as collector's edition in a way. Let's talk about Battlefield Hardline real quick. Now, the base copy of the game, even on PC, now, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while ago, the PC version of the game would always be around $10 cheaper than the console versions. And it'd be easier to get. It just made sense, okay? To get, like, PC, they knew what they were doing, okay? So, nowadays, PC games are the same price as console games. For mainstream games, of course, like the main big gun ones, you know what I mean? Like I said, Battlefield Hardline or Grand Theft Auto 5, whatever. They're going to be the same price as console all around, so you're not going to see a difference there. However, Battlefield Hardline has, I think, 3, maybe even 4 versions of it. How many figurines or collectibles does it come with? None. I believe the most expensive version is $120 US. I never bought it, obviously. I think Canadian, it's about $130, $140-ish dollars. What do you get with that? Guns, battle packs, I think, God, I don't even remember. In-game coins, something like that. Not a damn thing worth that much money. Let's just cut to the chase here. No way. You're telling me you're going to charge me $120 plus for a game, a collector's edition of the game, that doesn't even have any collectible content. And all it is in-game maps or in-game battle packs which contain random loot, you know, that'll help you in the battlefield, whether they be guns, whether they be upgrades for your weapons, what have you. You know what a battle pack is, or whatever they call them, I can't remember. But $120? I mean, let's be honest. That's how the way video games are going nowadays. But when I get a collector's edition, that should be the most I spend. The most I spend. Heck, just the other day, I was looking up collector's edition. I'm like, what collector's edition did I not miss? You know what I mean? Which one do I still have a chance of getting? So I go down the list of my games that are coming out for console, and I look up Halo 5 Guardians, which is also coming out, I believe, in September, November? You know, the usual time, 4th quarter. And like usual, the Halo games have always had a limited and then a collector's. So a mid-range collector's edition, then a high-range collector's edition, which comes with the most stuff. Now, usually when games do that, they have the main game, which is $60. Let's say console, right? The original game was $60. If you wanted the limited edition, the mid-range version, it's usually about $100, give or take. Then the major high-end edition with the figurine, with the most stuff, $150. Pretty standard issue stuff, am I right? So, now though, Lord, the mid-range version for Halo Guardians, I believe, is $120. Now, when I first looked at that, and that's Canadian, mind you, when I first looked at that online, I'm like, oh, that's not bad. Maybe I'll go pre-order it. And then I found out that was the mid-range version of the game. $120 for the mid-range version. I'm like, what the hell? There's another version. How much is that in Canadian dollars? $270. We don't even know what's in it. They don't even have they don't show you what's in it yet. So how can we warrant pre-ordering something that's $270 Canadian? And you won't even tell us what the hell is in it. Like, come on. Collector's editions are getting ridiculous. Both price range and quantity-wise. And what you even get in it. You know what? If a collector's edition has a nice statue, even if it's not made, like, phenomenally well, you know what I mean? Like Like, for example, let's look at the Tomb Raider Collector's Edition from 2013. I unboxed, you want to check it out, it is on the channel. It's, if you want to know what I'm talking about. You get the main thing is a Lara Croft action figure. I say action figure because it's not meant to just stand there. The joints move. It comes with a bunch of attachments, like different weapons. Like it comes with her crossbow, or sorry, bow and arrow, my bad. It came with pistols, came with a shotgun, and they're optional switch. So you can have her standing there with whatever weapon configuration you want. Like right now, mine's got the crossbow around her chest, on her back, and she's got a pistol on her hip, and she's holding an ice pick. Well, she was. Must have fallen. I have no idea where it went. But she had an ice pick, or whatever, you know what I mean, those hook things, in her other hand. So it looked like she was ready, you know, and you could have them stand however you wanted. But that thing falls off more than anything I've ever had. But that was a reasonably priced collector's edition. It was about $100, and it was the highest end one, and you got a good chunk of stuff that I was happy paying for, in my opinion, as a collector. But nowadays, like I say, there's things that are made, like they charge so much money for them. Like I guarantee you, that $270 Halo 5 figurine isn't going to be as amazing as people may think. The only reason it's got that $270 price tag is because it's Halo. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to bother getting the limited edition version. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, I can't warrant spending that. You won't even tell me. And by the time they release what is in it, and I'm like, oh, let's say I decide, oh, I do want it. Oh, sorry, we're not taking pre-orders anymore. Like, what? It's getting out of hand, man. And I think that if you're going to do a collector's edition, don't just do it for the sake of doing it. You know what I mean? Put some effort into it, like Mortal Kombat had done. Beautiful art, beautiful looking figurine, custom made for the game. And they don't charge $270, $300 for a damn collector's edition. The most expensive collector's edition I paid for was the Splinter Cell Blacklist one. And forgive me, I don't remember the exact price, but I want to say it was about $180, $190. The reason for that, though, is because it came with an RC Paladin. It actually came with a Paladin. To like a remote-controlled airplane. Yeah, I destroyed it on its maiden voyage. Video also on the channel. You should go check that out. It's hilarious. But it was an RC plane. It was worth the price tag to me. It was something new and different. That kind of stuff, you know, you're not going to see that very often in these limited edition collector's edition releases. So some things are worth it. And for all I know, the $270 Halo one could actually come with a life-size chief or something. I don't know. They won't tell us. You got to tell us. For all I know, there is something now as I'm recording this video. I didn't look it up. But as I was pre-ordering it, or looking up to pre-order, it was about a week ago, or a week or two ago. It didn't have a thing, just like a picture of Halo. Like just the Halo 5, like, you know, a work in progress title cover art. So, I don't know. I don't know. I find things need to be changed. And I think, you know, these companies got to stop being so damn greedy. And actually, you know, just stop. And maybe I'm partially EB Games, GameStop is to blame for the lack of collector's edition quantities. They only order so many per store. But it seems whenever I call around in the city and say, are you guys accepting collector's editions pre-orders? No, nobody in Canada is. No one here is. No one in the city is. That's usually the answer I get. So you got to be a year in advance and just put $5 on it. And if you don't want to do it, take it away. If you have an idea or you have an interest in the game and you know you're going to get it later, just put your damn $5 on it, and then just hope to God that, you know, they as soon and just keep clicking refresh button if you really want it that badly. Refresh button. And just see if, you know, you can actually get a collector's edition piece of work. Because, you know what, because I switched to PC, there's been less game unboxings, you know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people didn't really want to watch the regular edition unboxing. Like, I'm not going to lie, there wasn't a whole lot in there. But That's why I want collector's editions, so I could show you guys what it is. But nobody can get them anymore. They're so limited, you can't even find them. I mean, my bookshelf, my collector's edition bookshelf still isn't full up. Still got room for God, who, depending how large they are. I only have, like, I have 2 shelves on the bottom. And the very bottom shelf is empty. And then the one above it has 1 figure on it. So, we still have plenty of room to put stuff. And the old stuff I can put away. You know what I mean? So, I'd like to fill that up. I would have loved to fill that up with a Mortal Kombat X. Or the Batman. New Batman Arkham Knight. Not taking pre-orders anymore. They stopped. And this is what's funny. I called them to ask. They stopped taking pre-orders last year. For Batman Arkham Knight Collector's Edition. What? The game comes out in June. And they stopped taking them pre-orders in December. Or something. I can't remember what the guy told me. Can you believe that? That is something I would have loved to have, the collector's edition. And yes, I could still buy it for Xbox One, but that's like $170 as well. Plus on top of the main game, but now I'm probably just getting it on PC. So you get what I'm talking about. It's frustrating when you want these cool collector's edition, because I have a Batman Arkham collector's edition series going on. Like, I have a few Batman Arkham game collector's editions on a shelf here, and I'd like to finish the Batman Arkham shelf with a dope new figurine. But it's tough to do that now, so... you know what, thinking about it, I should go pre-order my new Uncharted 4 Collector's Edition. Because I guarantee you it's going to be sold out already. Even though that game doesn't have an official release date. So maybe I should go do that today. Maybe. So, anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to mention today. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Collector's Editions. Do you bother getting them? Or if you are a collector like me, if you try to get them and you just can't anymore. Like, if you're in the same boat as me, let me know. What do you do? Do you actually go down to the game store? Do you just order it online and be patient and wait? I'd love to hear your thoughts on collector's editions, prices, everything. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree with me, if you don't care, if you do care, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and favorite it as well. Share it with your friends. Let them know that I bitch about things from time to time. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It helps out. You'll see a lot of great content coming your way. Gameplay, vlogs, rants, whatever. You know it comes your way. I'm DanQ8000. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy, guys. And I'll see you next time.